In this video, I'm going to introduce my nephew to crypto and trading crypto. Say hi.
Hello.
So we're using one mic, and then I'll just repeat questions that he might have, or you'll be able to hear it. In this video, it's going to be a raw kind of overview. We're going to be in Kucoin, and then we might get into charts and stuff, but we do have a bulleted outline on where we're going, but we might go in a couple different directions. I really don't have a time frame for this video. But it will be an introduction to me introducing him to crypto. Now, we started him trading with futures. That I think is the best thing to day trade, but he's been asking more and more questions about crypto, and he knows that I have an interest in crypto, Bitcoin, and I started trading really in Forex and crypto. Really, I started trading in crypto. That's what, if you look at my early videos, a lot of them were just on crypto. Even though I was trading futures on the side, it was the time when crypto was really coming to prominence. So right now we're looking at Kucoin. So this is Kucoin, just so you know.
Okay.
It's an exchange. It allows you, it's one of the few places in the United States that you can still trade crypto futures. Where the crypto market's at right now is, I believe Bitcoin and Ethereum are embedded into the financial workings of the society. Other cryptos, what are called altcoins. Well, so for instance, I'm trading an altcoin. I don't even know what it does. CFX. I'm trading an altcoin. And just so everybody knows, I haven't funded this. So about 3 months ago, I took everything out of exchanges, went to cold storage, all my crypto. I just thought this was the time when things were really going to hit the fan. This account in Kucoin, we only have $200 here. So I've done a series of trades. We're going to fund it. I'm going to fund it, and I'm going to start trading. But you can see here, I've got a couple losing trades here, but we've got a couple winning trades here. We got like a $23, $6 for a $200 account. That's not bad. Making, what would that be? It's not 25%. It's 12%. So that's not bad for a $200 account. Now in this trade here, we're looking to trade this here. So what Kucoin allows you to do is there's a couple different things, since you're so new to trading, there's going to be a lot of concepts I'm going to introduce you to here.
Okay.
So at a basic level, the way to look at cryptocurrency is that there's Bitcoin, which is the originator, and then there's Ethereum, which is kind of like the secondary asset. And we'll go through this in more detail. And there's a bunch of these things called altcoins. And these altcoins, what they do is people come up with an idea and they say, well, wouldn't it be great? One of the best ideas I've seen, I can't remember the name of the coin, is that you install this little machine on you install like this internet repeater at your house. And then you create this network. And then if people use your network like free, you get paid in their coin.
Oh, okay.
And then you can sell their coin.
It's kind of crazy.
And we could probably figure out what CFX does, but I'm a trader. And so what I did, just so you know how I found CFX, is I just went to what's the most trending coin on here, CFX. At the time it was CFX. And then I went to the chart here. So what you'll be able to find these coins on TradingView as well. So like for instance, we're in a trade on TradingView, and you can see here, all you have to do is just go up here and do CFX USDT. So that's the pair, that's the ticker that you're trading. And then you look for the exchange. So you can see Binance has it traded. Kucoin, there's another exchange called BingX. So generally when you're trading it, you want to actually select the actual asset that it is, the actual exchange you're trading.
Okay.
But you can see here that this is why I took this trade, and I announced it in the group or in Discord, is see the 240 there? That's the 240 RDA. So it was testing the 240, the 4-hour RDA. And you can see the RDA is holding up. Reaction zone, once again, we're trading the Rexdog system. Now, where am I expecting this trade to go? Well, the first thing is that it's already recaptured the VWAP. Oh, no, it hasn't, not yet. I'm looking for this trade to at least go to the weekly open, which is right here. Now it does have the RDA on the 5-minute, but we've already took so another philosophy I'd like you to learn that we haven't discussed much is that you can trade a small account. like $1,000 account or a $500 account or a $200 account. And see that number there, 14.31% down here?
Yeah.
That's the number that really matters, because that's telling you if you're that number, if you were trading a $1,000 account with the same leverage, that number would just be bigger, but the percentage is what you really care about. Like, so if you're doing percentage good trades and your losses, let's say for instance, your losses, you're only losing 1%, but on average you're making 10 to 12%, you're doing great.
Yeah.
And it doesn't, and so a lot of times as a new trader, what you want to do, don't focus on the dollar amount. You might think, well, that's just a coffee, or that's just, a couple beers at the bar or whatever, however you want to think about it. Well, focus on the percentage. Focus on doing good trades. So if I grow a $200 account to $1,000, of course I would say, well, geez, I wish that was 2,000 because that'd be 10 grand, right? But at the same time, I'm building my trading muscle. I'm building my ability to trade, and I'm doing it with real capital. Now, keep in mind, when you add higher numbers, the psychology gets a little bit different, obviously, because for a lot of people, $200, you can maybe refund this account multiple times, right?
Yeah.
So you have to, but it's, at least you're trading real money and you're taking it seriously, because when you're a new trader, what it's about is executing good trades.
Yeah.
It's about trading your system. You've already got the best system on the planet with the Rexdog trading system. Now, just trade it. Don't fight it like I have been doing for the last year, and you'll have great P&L days like I did on Friday, right?
Yeah.
Same with you. You did good on Friday as well.
Yeah.
So that's what I would focus on. So let me get into just a little bit of this platform. So Kucoin, and most platforms are kind of like this. There is what's called the spot market. So if we go here and we go to trade, basically what you're trading when you trade the spot market is you're not trading with leverage, and we're not actually in the spot market. So give me a second here. And actually before that, I don't want to move this chart. So before that, this is the VWAP. So it's something that we use in our system. It's one of the indicators that we use in our system. In fact, I have a lot of training that shares how to trade around the VWAP in itself, but it is a reaction zone. So you can see here, I have a realized P&L, so I've already took some profit on this trade, $3.72. I will take profit. These platforms, they're a little bit difficult to trade because I can't easily just exit half of this position up here. It's an all or nothing. So you'll see this stop loss that I have in here. This is all or nothing, meaning that this is the stop loss I'll be taking out of this position. Here, is this actually the percentage profit, or is it the amount that I'm taking out? It's been a while since I've traded this. I'm refamiliarizing myself with this too. Yeah, so that would be the actual profit percentage that I'd be looking for. When it gets up here and hits the VWAP, this is a reaction area. It could sell off. So I'll be exiting probably half of this position, and then I'll move my stop loss up. So I want to kind of be around for that event. So we might just go over to the spot market in another tab, and I'll watch this on the side. But so there is other tools that you can use. And in fact, in the description of this video, you'll see a link down below. It says the #1 crypto tool. That's a tool that I use. We'll maybe do another video where I introduce my nephew on that tool, and using that tool allows you to do trailing stops. It allows you to do a lot of interesting things. So that tool I'll introduce them to. So, but if you're interested in what that tool is, go down to the link below in the description. It says the best crypto tool or something like that. Let's go over to the spot market. We'll keep an eye on this. We'll jump back to this chart when it gets back to the VWAP, and maybe we'll exit half of this position. So here we are in the spot market, and the difference between the spot market and the futures market is, #1, the futures market allows you to trade with leverage. You can trade with margin, and what's kind of odd, or people will think was odd, is that you don't even know these basic things, and you're trading futures market. You don't really know what you're trading. Like, you don't really understand like the fundamentals. I know one of the things that I'll share about my nephew and what I've observed is that, and what I would think everybody else would do when they get in my training, is that he's done the work, but not only done the work, he's actually looked at the history of some of the markets. He's come back and asked me questions. I'm like, we've never talked about that, but because he's off when we're not hanging out and we're not trading. He's out doing research and he's out learning about the market, watching YouTube. So, you know, he's educating himself on the market. So if you're a brand new trader and you got into my training, I would expect that you would be doing the same thing as well. But he's still viewing it from the foundation of what he's learning through the training. So if you don't have, for instance, if you know nothing about futures and you want to trade futures, you probably should learn exactly what you're trading. You should learn the history of it. So the way to look at the spot market is what you're really buying here is you're buying the actual coin. You're buying the actual asset. So you can actually go here in this, if I bought this DFI, so this was a platform that allowed me to, well, it's a platform that allows you to earn percentages on staking crypto and stuff like that.
Okay.
I took out all of my DFI. I took out, like I said, I took out everything because I thought this was the time things in crypto were going to go crazy, and I went to all cold storage. So DFI was one of the things that I held quite a bit of. If you buy this, you could take this coin, and remember I showed you the crypto wallet and stuff like that? Mm-hmm. You could transfer it to your crypto wallet, and then you would own this coin. Mm. You could transfer it off exchange. When you're trading the spot market, that's what you're trading, especially if you're trading without margin. So basically, it's like you're buying a stock, only it's a cryptocurrency. Okay. And there's different cryptocurrencies. There's like DFI. I mean, one of the most, let's go to like just some of the most, well, one that I really know. Well, actually, BNB, for instance. The other thing about the crypto market that I'll just mention here is that, see how it says BNB plus BTC? Mm-hmm. What you're doing is you're trading a pair. So if you trade BNB, you're trading it against BTC. So if you trade this, you have to have BTC, Bitcoin, to trade this pair.
Oh, okay.
So the pair that we were looking at before was a USDT pair, which is USDT is a stable coin in that mimics the US dollar. There's various stable coins out there like USDC.
Okay.
So the reason why this exists in crypto is that you have to offboard to a bank account to get to like if you wanted to sell Bitcoin, you'd want to sell it for US dollars, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's these things called stable coins, which mirror the price of the US dollar. So, but it's still a crypto. So USDT is still a crypto. So when you sell your BTC to USDT, you're still in crypto. Oh, it's not. Then you have to convert your USDT to US dollars. Mm. So I showed you one of my crypto wallets. I have USDT, I have USDC. I mean, I have a lot of, different cryptos. So that's just something, like you said, as you get further into crypto market, the other thing that you noticed, I think this is funny, you've already realized that crypto is kind of a cult.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
So, because you went on Twitter, and I told you, look, there's various levels of the cult. There's Bitcoin. There's the BSV. You mentioned that there's people that forked Bitcoin, that they think that's the real Bitcoin. Yeah. There's the Ethereum. The Ripple people, they're on a whole nother level cult. You've got the Doge people. You've got the ape people. So the apes that you've seen, like the NFTs.
Oh, yeah.
The ape people. You got people. So literally the way it works in crypto, it's funny. You said earlier, like, hey, crypto doesn't move as fast as the futures market. No, it does. Because the crypto market is a series of cult-like behavior and the emotions you can see on the chart. It's just, and some people, what happens is that they get really tied to this, because each crypto kind of has a white paper, it kind of has a purpose. Mm-hmm. So then what you'll see on Reddit and what you'll see everywhere else is that each crypto kind of has its own community.
Okay.
And then, of course, people, like, there's some people that just will mortgage their house and put it all in XRP, or or they'll buy it every day, buy it every week, and then they go out there and shill it on Twitter, and they change their icons or their photos to Ripple or whatever. Like I said, I love crypto, so I'm gonna be, as long as crypto's around, I'm gonna be trading crypto. I love it. I love the space. I love what it stands for. But I'm not kind of in the cult. But I'm a trader, right?
Yeah.
So trading crypto is addicting, and it can be fun because it's 24 hours a day. And when it's moving, when crypto, like this weekend's actually a great time to trade crypto because a lot of cryptos are selling off.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like you'll see here, like look at this sell off. This is right here. So when you see sell offs, obviously the volatility is going to pick up. People are going to be buying because, you know, the whole HODL, HODL, that whole diamond hands, strong hands, like that didn't really exist in trading before crypto came along. But because of Bitcoin and the philosophy behind it, at least I didn't see it as much. Like the cult-like behavior. And look, I'm not disparaging crypto. I love it. I started. I still trade it. I still hold a lot of crypto. So I'm not disparaging, but I think everybody would agree there's cult-like behavior in the crypto market. I find it extremely entertaining.
Same here.
Yeah,
I dug down quite a few rabbit holes just looking at everything that they had to offer.
And, you know, so there's FUD. You know, like FUD is like when there's a news item that is against a crypto that you are investing in, and then they're like saying, oh, don't believe that, buy the dip. You know, so there's people buying this dip right now because they believe in this, whatever this CFX does. So like I said, we could go many different directions for me to introduce you to crypto. What I want to do is more introduce you to trading crypto, not the whole history of crypto. You're going to learn that as you start trading it. The important thing you need to know, it doesn't matter. The system works really well in crypto. The system works very well in crypto. Actually, in some ways, the system works better in crypto because crypto is such an emotionally traded market. And all we have to do, and I'll just go to one chart here and just to show this. Let me open up one chart here. Let me open up the Rex Dog Ideas chart. So here, and all we have to do is we can just go to Bitcoin. And let's go and let's reduce this one down to one chart here. So we're just looking at one chart. Let's go to the 4-day chart. All we have to do, and I gotta give props to Byrne again, because Byrne called this when I was wrong. Look at that RDA there. This is the 4-day. Look at how the yellow line, look at how just beautifully it never closes above the RDA and it rejects at the RDA.
Yeah.
So, you know, back when it was here, I was not arguing. I was making an argument that the structure of the 4-hour was holding up and that the 4-day RDA was possibly going to break. Well, it didn't break. It sold off.
Oh.
So you see that here. It sold off from the RDA.
Yeah.
This chart is still momentum long, but it's bias short. But, I mean, look at the last RDA check on the 4-day. It's just, look, the system works. It checked it. It lost it here. You know, did a little bit of an overshoot, but the momentum held. It did a momentum check. It failed. Did another momentum check. It failed. It finally recaptured momentum and then went and it tested the RDA. So now it's between, now the 4-day chart on Bitcoin is between momentum long and bias short. So it's kind of in this indecision phase. So, but you can just see the system works, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can just see it. So the system works. I keep saying this. It works on everything. But so you asked me before, does it work on crypto? Yes, absolutely. So the spot market, there's different coins. You can go over here and then you can look at the different coins and you can select, well, actually this does, yeah, over here. You can go over here, look at the different coins. You can trade against different pairs. Here you can trade against straight fiat. So I don't know why it's, oh, actually that's a different fiat. Here you can trade against different USDT pairs. So here you can trade Ethereum. You can trade Matic. This one's been around for a while. And you trade it just like anything else you trade.
Okay.
This is the spot market. Now, you can also trade on margin on this platform. So what margin is basically they give you, and if I don't explain this exactly technically right, I'm just trying to introduce him to the ideas, and then he's going to go out there and research this stuff, okay? So I just want to give him a direction. I don't want to get into the technical weeds, because we could, but this is just an overview. So margin is like the broker's giving you a loan, giving you like an extra $1,000, and then you can trade with that $1,000. Now you pay a percentage to do that, to get margin. And then if you are down too far, you could have a margin call, and then you'd have to, I mean, you would lose that money.
Oh.
So you could lose, but you have to have a certain amount of money to be able to get margin. So like if you have 1,000, I don't know the numbers, so I don't know what their margin numbers are right now. But let's say you have $1,000, they might give you $1,000 extra to borrow to trade with, but you're trading with margin.
Okay.
So if you lose that money,
You have to pay
you're
it back.
losing it out of your $1,000. You're not losing it out of their $1,000.
Okay.
And they're only going to allow you to lose a certain amount before they have a margin call and they say, hey, you can't trade anymore. So it's dangerous like anything else whenever you borrow money.
Could you make too much money and they pull you out?
No. Well, oh yeah. I mean, well, I've never had a broker pull me out because I made too much money. It's not like gambling. If you win in gambling sites,
Yeah.
they'll deny you.
And you can get blacklisted.
Yeah,
from
you can get
casinos.
blacklisted at casinos. So if you're a winning gambler, you can't go to casinos anymore.
Yeah.
So
Damn white.
I never really had that happen with a broker yet. Well, there's one Forex broker that did it, but that was a questionable broker way back in the day. So that's margin. I don't generally trade spot. I only trade spot when I want to buy that asset and I want to transfer it to cold storage and I want to own it.
Okay.
And then I already shared with everybody, I only buy spot off the 4-day chart. So basically, I buy spot off the 4-day chart. I trade the 4-day chart on swing trades. But when I'm spot buying any crypto, it's off the 4-day chart. And it's at lows. You know, when everybody... You remember you asked me like, why is everybody buying up there at 60,000? Why aren't they buying down here?
Yeah.
It's just the way the markets work. Because the news starts mentioning it when Bitcoin gets to new highs, and then everybody starts buying. They mortgage their house. The markets work this way. You know, you've heard that. I don't know if you heard that saying, buy when there's blood in the streets.
Yeah.
That's when you should be buying. So, but, you know, hey, that's the world. Now, we're going to go to futures. So, you're going to be spending most of your time in the futures market in Kucoin. All right, so let's go back to our trading here. Let's pull this tab up. We're about to hit the VWAP. So trading in futures is over here. What basically you have to put money in. So you do have wallets. So I'll go through wallets offline with you. But I only have, like you can see, I only have $234. I'm going to probably fund this with a couple $1,000 so we can trade. I mean, so I can trade. And I'll trade that. I don't want to have too much exposure to the exchanges now because I still don't know what's going to happen with crypto in the United States.
Yeah.
They still need to regulate it. So, but I want to fund this enough so I'm not just trading in a $200 account. But I actually started, I think, 176. So I'm doing pretty good for a small account. So, you would fund it. You have various wallets where you can, like, if you add money to your spot wallet, then you're trading the spot, and then you can transfer money to the futures wallet. So right now, I'm trading with USDT. That's what I'm trading against. So I'm trading USDT pairs, like the US dollar, in the futures market. The other thing that you can decide is when you trade futures, you have leverage. So I'm trading with the max leverage that I'm allowed, which is 5%. What sucks about being in the US is that you can't really find a broker or an exchange that allows you to trade more than 5% leverage. Some of them you can trade 50% leverage.
What?
Yeah, or 100% leverage. I was trading Binance and they allowed, I think, up to 25% leverage. That means that basically, I mean, you're leveraging their money 25 times.
Yeah.
That's not quite. Just think you're leveraging your money 25 times. It's kind of the way to look at it. It's extremely dangerous because obviously you have to be able to trade well because you're trading with 5 times leverage. That's the max leverage. You can control this. I always trade with max leverage because I know how to trade. But basically it works the same way. You would, let's say I want to enter the market here. I could enter a limit order. I could just click over here on the order book here. And let's say I wanted to buy maybe a little bit below where price is right now. I could click this here. And then this 25 to 50%, this is the amount of money that I want to trade that is available, that I have available. So I can say I want to trade 50% of my account. And then you'll see it put the amount of CFX that I'd be buying at 21,761.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You could do a market order as well. And then here, basically, I'm saying, okay, I'm going to buy 50%. I want to be in at the market right now. You're going to get some slippage because, you know, there's the ask and the buy. You're not going to get the best price. You know, you're not going to get probably filled at 71,752. you're probably going to be filled at a little bit higher. So you're going to immediately be in at a loss. Now you do pay fees in this. So you do pay fees when you trade this. Now, one of the things that these exchanges do, so like I own a lot of BNB coin. And then if you trade, so Kucoin has the KCS coin. And if you hold KCS coin, you can use that for your trading fees, and they give you a reduced amount on your trading fees.
So it's kind of good to just trade that.
Yeah, so it's good to own it. The other thing is, I believe with KCS, they give you a percentage, kind of like a bank account, if you just hold it. So if you're going to trade a lot, you should buy some KCS, and then you use KCS. You'll pay your trading fees out of KCS. Right now, my trading fees, I don't think I have any KCS. So my trading fees are coming out of the US dollar. I'm paying the maximum for fees to trade this.
Oh, okay.
So, you know.
So you're gonna try to trade that later?
Well, no. I'm gonna fund the account. I'm gonna buy some. Well, I have KCS off, so I would transfer some of my KCS over, or I might use that couple $1,000 that I add in here, buy some KCS, and then use that for my fees.
Okay.
So that's something to keep in mind. But
that's pretty cool, though.
Yeah. So that's kind of like each exchange, like BNB is Binance, and their BNB coin. Well, the other thing that BNB has that's different from Kucoin, because I don't think the Kucoin, BNB actually has other crypto assets built on its actual BNB coin. So like you're part of the BNB network. So there's use, the BNB coin helps you reduce fees for trading there, but also there's other uses because other developers have developed other ideas around the BNB coin, using it as a base. So there's other value there. And then if we'll do an investing video about talking about investing long term with crypto so that you fully understand all this. But like I said, this is just a basic to kind of get you on the trading. The one thing that sucks about these platforms is they're not that great to trade on. So like here, you notice I can't easily right click on the chart, and I can't add like different positions. I can't move up trailing stops. So really what you're probably going to trade, either you're going to be watching the chart like I am here, and you can have multiple charts open, so you just don't have to watch this chart.
Oh, okay.
The other thing that sucks about Kucoin is that every one of these charts that you pull up, you have to set up each indicator for each individual chart. Once you have it set up, it's set up, but like it's dumb. It doesn't remember the indicators that you have, which is really stupid. So like there's a lot of things that annoy me with this. The other thing is that, so what I do with Kucoin, for instance, is I do a lot of swing trades and set and forget trades. So basically what I'm doing is you can go in here, you can put your stop loss in, and then you can put your take profit. But that basically is it. I mean, you can't scale out, you can't scale in, you can't do anything fancy, you know? So, you know, some of these, there is one other platform that someone mentioned on the stream yesterday that he said that he's in the US and he trades. I'm going to check out that platform, and maybe we'll trade that platform and Kucoin. But Kucoin, you know, it's easy to trade, it's simple. And as long as you're doing, so you can set up, while you're doing your order, you could set up your take profit and your stop loss as you do the order.
Okay.
What I usually do is I enter the market and then I set those up, because usually I'm scaling in. Usually I'm just not doing one entry. So for instance, on this position here, I had two positions and I scaled into this position because it didn't quite stall. Well, you can see my basis is right here. I scaled in a little bit more. I started a little early and then I scaled in a little bit more as it proved to me that it was holding the 240 RDA. So, but you can see across here at the top, these are all other assets that we can trade. So we could look at Matic and we can see, is there a trade on Matic, for instance? But what you'll notice about these things is that a lot of these cryptos, see how it's a similar pattern? Mm-hmm. It's a similar pattern. So what you want to try to find is you want to find a crypto that doesn't have a similar pattern that you're trading and trade that. But see how they're all similar patterns? Mm-hmm. Like it doesn't matter what you trade. It's the same pattern. So what you want to try to find is, okay, what's one that like what I like to do is I like to go over here and I like to go to the trending and I like to change it and figure out, okay, is there something trending that I can then trade the extremes on, or be part of the move.
Okay.
And then what I do, obviously, is I go over to, because these charts suck because they're not set up. I go over and then I find it. What you can do too, just so you know, is that you can go to, so I have a crypto, so see this sidebar here on TradingView?
Mm-hmm.
I need to update it. I have a crypto futures watch list, and now it's just crypto futures. And then I can go to change, and then I'm in TradingView, so I can go here like KNC, like here, and then I can like be on the 5-minute chart.
Drop off.
Yeah, but I can be on like the 5-minute chart and say, okay, it's approaching. But see, it's a similar pattern to what we're trading right now.
Yeah.
We can go here in ZIL. We can see similar pattern. Now ZIL's about to hit the RDA on the 5-minute, so we should go to ZIL, and what we should do is we should maybe fade that move, because it's going to have a reaction at the RDA.
Yeah.
So, where are we at? We are in. Are we in?
So
futures?
can you trade ticks on here too?
No, they don't have tick charts.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to trade tick charts, you're going to have to be on another platform like what is that other platform called? Quan Tower. I'll see if Sierra Charts has tick charts. I hope it does. I really do.
I really enjoy tick charts. I feel like it moves very smoothly and fast.
Tick charts, I mean, like I said, it's the edge. When people realize, or I don't.
Because it gives you, for me, it gives me so much information at the time.
Yeah.
Which I just love.
Well, and the other thing is that it takes time out as a factor.
Yeah.
I'm doing that. You were here earlier when I was doing a series of videos of the philosophy of why each chart exists in the 4-chart layout.
Yeah.
Members will learn, because I really haven't shared the deep philosophy about why tick charts are so powerful, but then also why I chose them above all the other charts that exist. I mean, I've tested everything from TPO to, any type of chart that's out there, I've tested. There's the reason why the 4-chart setup is it. And it really is frustrating that for some markets, you're not able to trade that. Let me make sure I'm going to pause the video real quick, and I just want to check something. So while I was messing around here, my nephew did ask a question here. He said, just for clarification. So how it works is that when you're trading a pair, so I'm exchanging my USDT to buy Blur, for instance. And if I make a profit, I will get USDT back. Or if I lose, I'll lose that USDT.
Okay.
Now, if you're trading the Bitcoin pair, what you're doing is you're exchanging your Bitcoin to buy that coin.
Right.
And then if you make a profit, you're going to make a profit in Bitcoin. So I don't trade pairs as much as I used to, because I guess I should. The Bitcoin charts trade the same way. So you could deposit like 1 Bitcoin in here, and then you could just trade the Bitcoin pairs. And then basically what you're doing is you're just stacking more Bitcoin.
Oh, okay.
Or you're losing Bitcoin if you're a loser, but you're not going to be a loser. You're going to be a winner. So you're stacking more Bitcoin.
Yep.
So that's another great way to do it. If you want to just stay in the crypto ecosystem, trade the Bitcoin pairs, and then you're just stacking Bitcoin. And then you can pull your Bitcoin out to your own wallet, or you can pull your Bitcoin out and offboard it to US dollar. So that's the reason why, or I don't know if that's the reason why, but that is how it works when you trade the Bitcoin pair. So for instance, I think we're getting up here to the VWAP. Yeah, we are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell. I'm going to probably limit sell 50% of what I have in. And I need to put a price. Let me do a market sell. I'm going to let it overshoot a little bit. Let's go to the 1-minute chart and let's see where it's doing. It's overshooting the VWAP a little bit, so I'm going to let it overshoot a little bit. But then I'm going to try to maximize our profit here, so I'm going to do 50%. So there we go. There we go. I know it's hard to see, but all right, I'm going to get out. Sometimes you have to put in your password to trade. So it has a trading password as well.
Yeah.
Just for security. So I probably should change that, because
Type it in faster. You get.
well, no, this is how paranoid I am. Someone could actually listen to the audio and try to figure out what those numbers are.
Oh yeah.
So I trade it often. I change it often. So like I said, that's how paranoid I am about like just this stuff. Like, but number one, they'd have to log into my account. But then just having the trading password, like I said, I'm I'm that way. So
It's good to be
you'll
safe.
see here now I have realized P&L. That's the amount of money down here, 1598. And now what I'll do is I'll go in here and I'll add. And let me see where I'd want to put my stop loss. So let's look at the chart, the 5-minute chart, and let's just kind of use just the 5-minute chart because see it is responding there at the VWAP. I'll probably put my stop loss at 21,357, 21,277. So all you do is you go in here.
You're going short here?
No, I'm not going short. I'm just putting my stop loss.
Oh, okay.
For the remainder of my position.
Oh, okay.
So you have to know. So I entered, like you can see my entry price here is 020913. And see that liquidation price? 0.1726.
Yeah.
If the price got down there, my account would be liquidated. And I
Oh.
wouldn't lose all my money, but I'd have like $2 left. So I'd have enough to kind of go to Taco Bell. But I don't know, it's Taco Bell. But I'd be liquidated. You don't ever want to be liquidated.
You get a sauce packet.
Yeah, exactly. I get a sauce packet. So here, so now I'm going to put my stop loss where, like I said, this is where it's a little annoying. Like you can't easily trade on the chart. You know, maybe there's a tool now that allows this. I need to do some research because now the market has matured a little bit. 21,469 is really where I'm going to put my stop loss. So I go in here and I go 0.020 or no, not 21,069. And then when I move out of this, you can see down here, it's hard to see. It says that if I get taken out of this, I'll have a projected profit of $1.60. Now I could move this up. I can move this up to 78 or something. And then I'd have a projected profit of 893. So,
Oh, okay.
so I can move it around wherever I want, right? But then obviously I think this trade might have longer to go. And I've already took 3 profits. So I've already took a third and a third. Well, I took more than a third and a third. Now this is my runner, but I can't trail it. There's another tool I think we can use to trail it. But
Okay.
if we're just trading on Kucoin, I can't trail this position. I have to kind of constantly watch it and go in there and move my stop loss up, right? So I'm just going to keep it right here at 21. And then obviously if the chart changes, then you can see here on the chart, that's my stop loss, just above my entry.
Okay.
So I don't believe in putting it at entry. I actually would have put it up higher. I don't believe in putting some people say, well, once I'm in profit, I put my stop loss at entry. That's stupid because you're not paying fees. So at least pay for fees.
Yeah.
So put it above. And also take profits along the way, like you've learned in the system. Trade in thirds, take profit in thirds, and then have a runner in there. That's going to be your huge account builder. So, you know, but it's just, like I said, it's just a little annoying because you have to like it's not, there might be another third-party tool that we can connect to KuCoin and then allows us to trade like we like to trade. But we have to find that. I haven't, like I said, I've been kind of out of trading crypto for about 3 months because I thought stuff was going to hit the fan in the crypto market, and I went to all cold storage. I'm like, okay, I'm going to hold my crypto. I'm good, you know. And that actually what happened. That's when basically FTX blew up.
Oh.
I was out. I never was in FTX because I didn't trust that dude. I just thought the dude was creepy. So I never trusted the dude that ran FTX. I didn't have anything in FTX. So I don't know if you heard of FTX blowing up.
I saw like somewhat on like the
Yeah.
Daily Mail.
Yeah, so that exchange, you know, it was endorsed by Mr. Brady, Tom Brady, Mr.
that,
O'Leary.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, the Mr. O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful. You know, so, and there's a lot of big money behind it. He's currently in court right now. I didn't do anything with FTX. I just didn't trust the exchange. Maybe I've been in crypto long enough to kind of recognize the challenges. But even like about a month before FTX, or maybe a little bit before that, I took everything out of crypto, every exchange. And it took me like 3 days because I didn't realize how many, because I love crypto. So anytime something new comes up, I kind of go in there and kind of test it out. It took me like 3 days to completely get out of crypto and go to cold storage. It was like I was like, holy crap. I was exhausted by the time I got done.
Wait, so what happened when FTX?
Bitcoin, that's when Bitcoin did the dip again.
Oh, really?
So now we're just back at the levels before FTX exploded or went bust. And we could go down the FTX rabbit hole. we don't want to go down that because it's over. I don't care. I'm not even following the current news. Like I say, I don't follow the news in crypto either. I don't. Sometimes, like, people ask, why did Bitcoin move? Or oftentimes you'll see a coin move and really jump, and you'll like say, there's these things called pump and dump groups in crypto. And basically it's a bunch of nefarious individuals that get together and they plan one coin that they're going to pump. They buy ahead of time. So they buy weeks ahead of time.
Yeah.
And then what they do is they announce these coins to various groups around the web. And then these various groups then get in there and buy it up and push up the price. And then they're selling as it push ups the price.
Oh.
So the only people that make money on pump and dumps, well, you can make money as a trader, but you gotta really know how to trade it. So, but I've never, like, those groups, like, number one, that's illegal. So no, that behavior is illegal. So crypto is very much the Wild West still, especially around the rest of the world. So, but you can trade a pump and dump behavior because the chart's going like crazy. You have no idea why it's going like crazy. I don't care. I just see something that's pumping 30% in 1 hour. I'm like, okay, I'm going to fade that move.
Yeah, that's what I was literally about to say.
Yeah, you fade it, but you got to be very careful because it could go up another 30%.
Yeah.
So, like, it's not like something where, like, hey, this is just easy. It's not easy because, once again, it's raw emotions. So we see here ZIL really broke through the it's probably going for the VWAP up here. So this is kind of where I'll put an alert here, and then if it gets up there, we'll fade that move if we're still. I don't think we're going to be still in the video because I'm probably at. So now I guess what I'd share is I shared kind of the basics of what I would consider the basics. We could get a lot deeper, but what I like to do, just so you know how I trade this, and number one, I have my favorites over here that I like to trade, that I know how they move. These are my favorites that I trade, so you can add your own favorites. Here's Doge. So we could trade Dogecoin on here.
Good old Doge.
Yeah. But you can see the patterns are the same, so it doesn't matter what you trade.
Yeah.
So you need to find one that has a pattern different than yours. And how you do that is you go over here and you watch the trending, and then basically you look at something that maybe is trading opposite of what the pattern is, and then you trade that. But so far, I haven't seen a chart on here that's not the same pattern. Everything's the same pattern. It's the same pattern. Everything. So you'll notice this sometimes in crypto, things will trade with the same pattern. So it's like, there will be different signals. So you might find one that's hitting the RDA a little bit sooner, but basically it's the same pattern. So if you're going to deploy your capital, why deploy your capital to 3 things that are trading in the same pattern? It makes no sense.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what you might be able to find is maybe a divergence. And basically what that means is that maybe that community woke up and said, oh, Blur is pumping. And then they do a Reddit post. And then people like that love Blur are like, oh, it's time for me to buy Blur. So then they're going to super buy it up, and then you fade that move. Or you go with momentum.
Yeah.
It's however you want to trade it. So, like, one of my most popular videos on YouTube is me actually trading, scalping crypto.
Oh, okay.
I'll probably do another video like that too, just because, like I said, I still have a love for crypto. I still enjoy trading it. But the other thing that I shared with you this week too is that I like futures because it shuts down on the weekend and it forces us not to, like, do stuff. You know what I mean?
We can have our time for
Yeah,
ourselves. Recharge.
you can recharge. With crypto, it's literally open 24 hours a day. So if you get into the addiction of trading with crypto, it never shuts down.
Yeah, I think that's going to happen.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. The other thing that I realized too, and I'm just going to end the video with this, and if you have questions, is that I think, you're a gamer. I think gamers can have success with trading because gamers are used to playing patterns. Like when you play Ghost of Tsushima, right? It's Tsushima, right?
Tsushima, yeah.
Tsushima. Like, what you're really doing is that you're button mashing. You're not really button mashing, but you're doing combos, but you're looking for patterns of enemies, right? And patterns of behavior, and you're reacting quick. And I believe that skill can transfer over to trading, except that you have the whole psychological and money side of trading.
Yeah.
Just imagine if you were playing Ghost, and
every time you die, you lose money.
Yeah, you lose money.
Yeah.
Like, and so it would be at a whole new layer.
Oh, I'll be whooping on the kids.
I know. So
Maybe more.
Yeah, it'd be a whole new layer. to like playing the game, like where let's say every time you hit, you get lost a little bit of money.
Yeah,
you know. So
that would be rough.
Yeah,
that would be rough.
yeah. So it transferred just like gambling transferred. Thinking and gambling transfers over to trading only so much. Thinking and gaming transfers over to trading only so much, right? So what I'll do is I'll finish here. Do you have questions that I didn't answer? I mean, do you feel like you had a good overview of like you could get in here, you at least kind of know what to do with KuCoin?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm not going to know the whole entire system right now.
Yeah.
But I think, because right after this, I'm probably going to go down there and check it out and, get familiar with the tools as well as ask you any questions I kind of have on, like, the pairs or, I mean, there's a lot of questions I have, and I think we'll probably do our own little session of figuring it out together. But, no, I have a good basis understanding of what crypto kind of is, some background on it, as well as what sites there are, what KuCoin provides, and like what I can actually trade on KuCoin or how I can actually trade.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I got a good understanding.
And just to recap, so what I'm doing, the trading I'm going to be doing on crypto is more swing trades. So it's going to be basically I will go in, I'll enter a position, and then I will put in probably pre profit target and a pre stop loss. And I'm just going to do set and forget trades. It's either going to hit it or not. And I'm not going to sit and watch charts. I might check in on it every now and then.
Yeah.
And adjust things, but I'm not going to sit and watch charts.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be trading off the daily and 4-hour time frame. I'm going to use the 1 hour and 5 minute time frame for my entries. And then there are going to be trades where I'm going to be in for maybe 1 to maybe anywhere for 48 hours. It could be shorter or longer. But it's it could be 1 to 6 hours. It could be 1 to 18 hours. It's really, so I'm looking for longer term trades. I'm going to have wider stops. I'm going to be doing swing trades. And I also want to start capturing some of those swing trades because I do swing trade equities, and I don't want to sit in front of crypto charts and trade crypto charts. I mean, maybe I think you'll do that just to have chart time and learn. I have enough chart time. I don't need any more chart time. But to me, even having $4,000 or $5,000 in here and trading KuCoin and making, a couple $100 a day or something is worth it.
Oh yeah.
So that's what I want to get back to trading crypto. I miss it. I still trade it as like a long-term basis, but as far as trading it with swing trades, I'm excited to get back to it. So everybody, I know this is a longer video. But if you're definitely here, you should have subscribed already. You should have liked the video already. If you haven't, do that before you leave. You find links down to Discord. If you're not in Discord, you need to join Discord. That's where we have the best conversations. You can ask us questions. We share trades. We share what we're doing. So definitely that's the best place to connect with us. If you have a question, you can leave a comment here on YouTube. Look forward to seeing you in the next video.
Yacht.
Sweet.